What if I told you that a senior who can no longer walk could still live to be 100? I know, that might sound hard to believe. Because for most of us, when we think about healthy aging, we think of exercise, walking, moving, staying active. But let me ask you something real quick. Have you ever known someone, maybe a grandparent, a neighbor, maybe even your own parent, who slowed down physically, maybe couldn't get out of the house much anymore, and you started to wonder, is this it for them? Is life just going to shrink now? That thought can be heartbreaking. You see them sitting more, talking less. You hear the silence in their home, and deep down you start to feel a kind of helplessness you don't talk about, because nobody really prepares you for this part of life. But here's the thing, mobility might slow down, but life doesn't have to. There are habits, daily, powerful, proven habits, that can actually help a senior thrive, even without taking a single step outside. And doctors are finally speaking up about them. Because aging, it's not just about movement, it's about meaning, it's about mental health, it's about connection and nutrition, and how we care for the body when the legs can't carry us anymore. So if you're watching this for yourself or for someone you love, maybe a mother who used to be so full of life, or a husband who can't do what he used to do, stick with me. Because in today's video, we're going deep into 6 science-backed daily habits that could add years to a senior's life. Even if they can't walk, these are real practical tools, not miracle cures, not hype, just honest, effective things you can start doing right now. And the last habit, habit number 6, might completely change the way you think about aging. So don't go anywhere. Now, before we dive in, if you're here because you care, because you want to learn how to help someone live better and longer, then go ahead and comment "Longevity Matters" down below. Let's build a community of people who want to age with grace, dignity, and purpose. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because here at Wisdom of Longevity, we're all about bringing you real wisdom, heartfelt stories, and powerful tips to care for the ones who matter most. All right, let's begin with something so simple. Most people overlook it completely. Habit 1, deep breathing and mindful relaxation. Now, imagine this. Harold is 87. He used to love walking his dog every morning, but now after a fall that left him mostly chair-bound, those walks are a memory. At first, the silence of his mornings felt heavy, empty, but then something changed. Every day before breakfast, Harold started doing one thing: 10 minutes of slow, conscious breathing. No fancy gear, no classes, just his breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth, slowing everything down, letting go of tension. And you know what his doctor said? That one small habit, just 10 minutes a day, has helped lower his blood pressure, calm his nervous system, and even improve his sleep. You see, deep breathing isn't just relaxing, it's biological. It's powerful. It reduces cortisol, the stress hormone that wreaks havoc on the heart. It improves oxygen flow, which feeds the brain and muscles, and it soothes the body from the inside out. Most people think exercise has to mean lifting weights or walking laps. But breathing, that's internal movement. It's how the body resets. It's how the nervous system says, you're safe now. So if your loved one can't move much, start here. Try something called 4-7-8 breathing. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 7, exhale for 8. Do it for a few rounds. Or find a gentle guided meditation on YouTube with calming music in a soft voice. This habit alone can create a ripple effect of calm throughout the day. And while breath calms the body, there's another thing that fuels it. And it's often the first thing to go unnoticed when mobility is limited. Habit 2, nutrient-rich mini-meals. Let me tell you about Margaret. She's 84, sweet, soft-spoken, and a bit stubborn, especially when it came to food. Her daughter noticed she wasn't finishing meals. Half a bowl of soup, maybe a bite of toast. She was losing weight, energy fading. They thought maybe it was just old age. Maybe she just wasn't hungry anymore. But here's the truth. As we age, our appetite can shrink, but our need for good nutrition stays high. In fact, older bodies absorb fewer nutrients, especially vitamins like B12 and D. So when seniors eat less, it's not just about calories, It's about what they're missing on the inside. The old idea of 3 big meals a day? That doesn't always work anymore. So what did Margaret's daughter do? She swapped big meals for small, protein-packed snacks throughout the day. A handful of almonds, half a banana with peanut butter, a little Greek yogurt with honey, sometimes a smoothie packed with spinach, berries, and protein powder. And slowly, Margaret got her glow back. Here's the misconception: skipping meals is normal in old age. It's not. It's often a signal of depression, of taste changes, of other issues. So if you're caring for someone and meals are becoming a struggle, try nutrient-dense finger foods. Something easy to chew, easy to grab, easy to love. No pressure, no big plates. Just small, meaningful bites that make a big difference. Because food doesn't just fuel the body, it feeds the spirit. And that brings us to the next habit, one that doesn't involve the stomach, but has everything to do with keeping the spark alive upstairs. Habit 3, daily brain engagement. Let me introduce you to Mr. Lee, a retired teacher, 91 years old. Every morning, like clockwork, he sits by the window with a crossword puzzle and a pencil. It's his quiet ritual, and according to his family, it's one of the things that keeps him so sharp and joyful. Now here's why that matters. The brain is a muscle, and just like your legs or arms, it needs regular use to stay strong. Doctors call it neuroplasticity, the brain's amazing ability to adapt, rewire, and grow even later in life. And studies have shown that daily mental stimulation can help delay or even reduce the risk of cognitive decline. But here's the myth we need to bust: that it's too late to learn new things at 80 or 90. Wrong. The brain can learn and rewire at any age. It just needs a reason. So what does that look like in daily life? It could be a crossword puzzle, a card game, reading a chapter of a book, watching a nature documentary and talking about it afterward, even learning a few words of a new language together, just for fun. These don't have to be hard things. They just need to be engaging. Things that make your loved one curious, things that pull their mind into the moment. Because when the mind is active, life feels fuller. And that fullness, it becomes contagious. But as much as we can feed the mind alone, there's something it craves even more. Habit 4, intentional social contact. Now let me take you into the world of Aunt May. She's 89, lives alone in a quiet apartment with a cat named Buttons and a calendar full of empty squares. For a while, no one thought much of it. She likes her space, they said. She's used to being alone. But what they didn't see was the slow fading in her energy, her memory, even her smile. Then one day, her niece started calling every morning. Nothing fancy, just 15 minutes. A quick update, a little laughter, a memory or two, and something shifted. May became more alert. She started remembering stories again, laughing more, asking questions. Even her doctor noticed the change, because connection is medicine. Research shows that daily social contact, just a phone call, a chat on the porch, even a kind neighbor dropping by, can lower the risk of dementia, boost the immune system, and ease symptoms of depression. But here's the dangerous myth. If they're alone, they must be used to it. No, loneliness might be common, but it is not normal. In fact, it's as harmful to health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. So what can you do? One connection a day. That's it. Call your parent. Encourage a grandchild to FaceTime their grandpa. Schedule a neighbor to drop by for a cup of tea. Small contacts, big impact. And while connection can light up the day, there's something that quietly restores every cell in the body while we sleep. Habit 5, a consistent sleep routine. Let's talk about Joan. At 82, she used to wake up groggy, irritable. She'd nap in the late afternoon, then struggle to fall asleep at night. She felt foggy, tired, detached. But once her family helped her create a simple, consistent bedtime routine, everything began to change. Her energy improved, her moods leveled out, even her appetite came back. See, sleep isn't just rest, it's repair. During deep sleep, the brain clears out toxins. Inflammation drops, hormones balance, and memories are sealed into long-term storage. Yet one of the most dangerous myths out there is this: old people don't need much sleep. That's false. Older adults may wake more often, yes, but they still need about 7 to 9 hours of good quality sleep. The challenge? Getting it. So how do you help? Keep a routine. Same sleep and wake times each day. No screens an hour before bed. Dim the lights. Use calming sounds like rain, soft piano, or even ocean waves. Try lavender on the pillow or a warm herbal tea before bed. Sleep isn't a luxury, it's a lifeline. And when it's right, everything else begins to feel a little lighter. But let me tell you about one final habit. It's not about food or breathing or sleep. It's something deeper. And it might be the most powerful one of all. Habit 6, purposeful reflection and gratitude. Eleanor is 94. She doesn't walk much anymore. She doesn't hear as well. But every morning, before breakfast, she sits with her notebook and she writes one line, just one. Today I'm grateful for the sun on my face. Grateful for the nurse who smiled at me. Grateful I remembered my sister's favorite song. Simple, right? But her family says she glows with peace. Because what Eleanor is doing is more than journaling. She's practicing purposeful reflection. She's focusing her attention on what's still here, not just what's been lost. Science backs this up. Regular gratitude has been shown to lower stress hormones, strengthen immune function, and even reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. But here's the misunderstanding. Reflection is just for spiritual people. Not true. Gratitude is for everyone. Whether it's written, whispered, prayed, or shared, it works. So maybe you start with a journal, or maybe just a moment at the end of the day to say aloud, "Today I'm thankful for one thing." Because in that moment, something shifts inside. Hope returns, perspective sharpens, and the world feels just a little kinder. These 6 habits, they're not magic. They don't erase illness or reverse time, but together they create a rhythm, a lifestyle that honors the aging journey. A way to live not just longer, but deeper, calmer, and more connected. Stick with me because next, we're going to pull it all together and talk about how to turn these habits into lasting change for the ones you love. You know, we often feel so helpless watching someone we love begin to slow down. The quiet moments, when their hands shake, when they forget a name, when getting out of bed takes just a little longer than it used to. It can feel like time is slipping away, like there's nothing we can do. And that ache, that fear, it's real. But what if I told you that these small daily choices aren't just about staying alive, they're about living well, even in stillness. These habits, breathing, eating, connecting, resting, remembering, reflecting, they're not flashy, they don't make headlines, but they're powerful because they honor the aging body and the spirit within it. And here's something we don't hear enough. This isn't about fixing aging, it's about embracing it. Aging is not a failure. It's not something to fear. It's a season, a rich one, filled with stories, memories, and moments that still matter deeply. So instead of shrinking away from it, let's lean in. Let's focus on what can be done. Because when we shift from fear to action, we don't just extend life, we improve it. So today, start small. Pick just one habit. Maybe it's a call to a grandparent. Maybe it's helping your mom start a gratitude journal. Or just sitting quietly and doing a few deep breaths with someone you love. It doesn't have to be big, it just has to be consistent. Because when these habits take root, something beautiful happens. Aging stops feeling like the end and starts feeling like a different kind of beginning. One filled with peace, with dignity, and yes, even joy. Let's quickly recap the 6 daily habits that can help seniors thrive, even without walking. 1. Deep breathing and mindful relaxation, calming the body from the inside out. 2. Nutrient-rich mini meals, fueling strength in small, gentle ways. 3. Daily brain engagement, keeping the mind sharp and the spirit curious. 4. Intentional social contact, reminding the heart it's never alone. 5. Consistent sleep routine, giving the body space to heal each night. 6. Purposeful reflection and gratitude, finding light, even in the quiet. All of these simple, all of them doable, and none of them require standing, walking, or even leaving the house. Just intention, just love. just presence. So now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these habits do you think would help your loved one the most? Or maybe it's something you're ready to try for yourself. Share your thoughts in the comments below, because your story might inspire someone else watching right now. And hey, if today's message touched something in you, if it gave you hope or clarity, or even just a moment of peace, would you mind hitting that like button? It really helps more people find this kind of support. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Wisdom of Longevity, where we share heartfelt, practical guidance for caring through every season of life. You don't have to walk this road alone. We're here with you. So from all of us here, thank you. Thank you for being part of this community, for caring, for showing up, for learning. Keep showing up. Keep choosing love. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.